Think you know what's lurking beneath the waves? Think again. For every fish we know about, there are probably 100 more we've never even seen. The ocean covers over 70% of our planet, but we've explored less of it than the surface of the moon. For thousands of years, people have told stories about what might be hiding there. These aren't just simple bedtime stories, they are epic legends of colossal monsters, lost cities, supernatural forces. Today we dive headfirst into the abyss to investigate the 5 most famous ocean legends. We'll separate fact from fiction, science from superstition. Ready to have your mind blown? We're about to reveal what's really going on in the Bermuda Triangle, whether the megalodon could still be out there, and what actually made that terrifying bloop sound. Could a giant sea monster really have terrorized sailors for centuries? Imagine you're on a tiny wooden ship, hundreds of miles from land, and suddenly massive tentacles erupt from the water, each thicker than a tree trunk, ripping at the hull and pulling your ship apart. That's the legend of the Kraken, a creature said to be 1.5 miles wide, capable of dragging entire vessels to a watery grave. For centuries, sailors were terrified. Their stories painted an unstoppable beast from the deepest ocean. But what if the monster wasn't a monster at all? What if it was a case of mistaken identity? Scientists now believe the Kraken myth was inspired by a very real animal, the giant squid. Some specimens reach up to 43 feet long, so we sent a deep-sea drone to the last known sighting. We didn't capture a new one today, but the evidence is undeniable. We have footage from other expeditions showing them in their natural habitat. They are real, they are huge, and they're likely the source of the Kraken legend. What if the largest shark ever still roamed our oceans today? We're talking about the megalodon, a prehistoric shark that makes the great white look like a goldfish. This thing was an absolute beast, reaching lengths of up to 60 feet. That's 3 times bigger than the largest great white shark ever recorded. Its jaws were so big they could swallow a car whole, and its teeth were the size of your hand. The megalodon officially went extinct about 3.6 million years ago. But what if the scientists are wrong? What if a small population survived, hiding in the deepest, unexplored parts of the ocean, like the Mariana Trench? Every year, there are dozens of supposed sightings and blurry photos that claim to show this monster shark is still out there. People have even found massive, fresh-looking teeth on the ocean floor. The idea is so popular that it has spawned countless movies and documentaries. We consulted with the world's top paleontologists and marine biologists, and the verdict is almost certainly no. For a population of megalodons to survive, they would need a massive food source, like whales. And we would see their bite marks on whale carcasses. We don't. A mysterious sound from the deep. Was it a monster or something else? Back in 1997, NOAA detected an ultra-low frequency sound on its underwater microphones. It was, honestly, one of the loudest sounds ever recorded in the ocean, picked up by sensors over 3,000 miles apart. They named it the bloop. The sound profile was bizarre. It actually resembled a living creature. But its sheer volume meant that whatever made it had to be colossal. It had to be bigger than a blue whale, which is, the largest animal we know of. For years the internet just went wild with theories. Was this the sound of a hidden sea monster? Maybe a relative of the Kraken? Or even the mythical Cthulhu, waking from its slumber? But then, science delivered an answer that was almost as incredible as the monster theories. After years of research, NOAA concluded that the sound wasn't an animal at all. It was actually the sound of a massive icequake, a giant iceberg cracking and breaking away from a glacier in Antarctica. Is there a lost city hidden beneath the waves waiting to be discovered? The story of Atlantis is honestly one of the most famous legends of all time. First written about by the Greek philosopher Plato, Atlantis was described as a powerful and advanced civilization that, in a single day and night of misfortune, was swallowed by the sea. For thousands of years, explorers, historians, and treasure hunters have been absolutely obsessed with finding it. The idea of a utopian city with incredible technology and untold riches, just sitting on the ocean floor, is an irresistible mystery. People have pointed to strange underwater rock formations like the Bimini Road in the Bahamas as proof of its existence. These perfectly straight lines of stone really look man-made, and for a while it seemed like this could finally be the real deal. Unfortunately, geology has a less exciting explanation. Most scientists agree that formations like the Bimini Road are natural phenomena, created by geological processes called beach rock and fracturing, and as for Plato's story, most historians believe it was never meant to be a true account. Why do so many ships and planes vanish in this infamous patch of ocean? The Bermuda Triangle is a stretch of the Atlantic Ocean roughly bounded by Miami, Bermuda and Puerto Rico. For decades, it's been blamed for the mysterious disappearance of hundreds of ships and aircraft. The stories are chilling, compasses spinning wildly, communications cutting out, vessels vanishing in perfectly good weather without a single distress call. One of the most famous cases is Flight 19, where 5 U.S. Navy bombers disappeared during a training mission in 1945, and the rescue plane sent to find them also vanished. The theories about what's happening here are wild. Are aliens abducting people? Is there a portal to another dimension? The mystery has been fueled by books, TV shows, movies, creating a powerful myth that this area of the ocean is uniquely dangerous and supernatural. But here's the crazy truth we uncovered. When you actually look at the data, the Bermuda Triangle is not statistically more dangerous than any other heavily trafficked part of the ocean. This area is also prone to rogue waves and sudden, violent storms. Many of the mysterious disappearances have since been explained by severe weather, human error, and mechanical failure. So there you have it. The Kraken was likely a giant squid. The Megalodon is staying extinct. The Bloop was just a massive icequake. Atlantis was probably a cautionary tale. And the Bermuda Triangle is a myth created by statistics and bad weather. We dove deep into the science and the history behind these 5 legends. We found a rational explanation for every single one. The truth isn't always a sea monster or a lost city. It's often just as fascinating. Even though we've debunked these legends, the ocean is still the most mysterious place on Earth. Vast, unexplored regions where sunlight never reaches. We have no idea what's down there. Every year scientists discover hundreds of new marine species. The ocean will keep inspiring new stories, myths, and legends for generations. The quest to understand its secrets will never truly end. Which ocean myth do you think is real? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more mind-blowing mysteries.